Okay, okay. It seems it's off. So I think it's proper we start so that I can literally introduce our speakers. I want them to speak. I can't wait to hear them. So I think I will have to just quickly dive into what we have for today so that he can they can unmute their mic and speak, right? So okay. It's a good day out there. Um Good day to everyone out there, right? So, to all the amazing listeners who have joined up and then those who are still yet to join, please, like I said, please do well to share the link for this space. It's on the post, like the comment section of the space, right? So, please do well to share it with your trading friends, with your trading buddies, so that they can come on and then learn a lot that they can take back and reapply on what they have going on for them in trading, right? So, you're welcome once again, all the amazing listeners, and then to my distinguished guest speakers who have honored me by being here on this space. I really, really appreciate you, and I really thank you for coming on here. Like I asked earlier on, hope the week went well. Hope we actually did trade, and then the trade went according to plan, or we actually traded our plans, right? Irrespective of the outcomes, whether positive or negative. So to all those who are joining us for the very first time, I just want to welcome you with all the gladness of my heart. Like, thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us in on this space. It's actually going to be a wonderful ride. So please stick on as we take you down this journey to understanding what we have concerning the topic. And then to those who are like our returning listeners who have been here or like have appointed the space beforehand to always be around because it's something we schedule same time every week, right? You are most welcome. You are welcome once again to the amazing space. So all right, you know how we keep it real here, right? We invite like the most reputable forex traders, people that we understand and have made a mark and then have done their own due diligence in terms of knowing what it takes to become like profitable traders, right? And then we invite them over here to come share out of their wealth of knowledge on very, very, very interesting topics. And then tonight's topic that we will have going on for us today is the phases of a trader's growth. And then I'm sure this is something that a lot of people would like to understand so that you can be able to decipher what phase you are on right now, right? So that you can be able to understand what's going on with you in your trading journey and oh, okay, this is something that has been experienced before. So we'll be keeping tonight's space simple. We'll be keeping it straight to the point, and because I know speakers have a lot to share, so rather than just beating around the bush, we'll just allow everything to run smoothly and then hit the nail on the head. So, okay, before we go on, I just want to remind us of the goal of our space, right? The goal of this space is to build profitable traders, right? By connecting them with the experienced traders so that they can learn and earn from the wealth of knowledge and skills that these experienced traders have to share. So, that being said, we'll move on to introducing our guest speakers that we have on this space. I can see one of the guest speakers just arrived, so I think for my formally invited guest speakers, we are complete and we are good to go. So, if you are here, if you're listening to me, please, can you just tag along so that we can go on? So, we have I'm introducing the first guest speaker that we have on this space, and then he's actually a very very great forex trader. He's like the co-founder of the LMS Trading Hub. He deals with proper risk management. He has like his own Discord channel, and he also has like forex traders too on them. And then he's actually a forex trader that is affiliated with the Bright Fronted Prop Firm, right? And he does offer a lot of value to the forex community. So I'm sure you should know the person I'm trying to introduce by now. And so please help me welcome um, the forex trader we're talking about, Mr. Luther CLA. All right,
Yeah,
Mr. Luther.
yeah,
You can-
yeah. Evening, everybody. Evening, Chines. Evening, Toff, and each and every listeners in the house. So, and I'm very excited to be here tonight and to speak and to share one or two value for each and every struggling trader out there. Right? When I came into this game to learn to start trading, I actually understand that I just want to make money. I don't want to lose money. And that's the mindset for each and every individual. That's the mindset of each and every trader. Because once you see an advert online, once you see people posting like their lifestyle, you would think like Forex is easy, right? So you just dive in, that's fund your trading account, then you start trading, thinking like you're going to be profitable within a duration of 1 to 2 days, 1 to 2 weeks. This is not what I understand from the start point, because if I could understand this right, I believe I would have been profitable for long. So a journey of 1 year, 2 years took me 5 years. Understand? Because I my mindset was just about the money. I just want to make money without having any knowledge about the forest and of a thing in my head. Understand, right? So I've met with many traders. I've met with main traders on X. I've met with main trader on Telegram. I've watched with main Telegram on Instagram. So I've asked them, okay, why are you profitable? Why are you doing this? Why is it? What's wrong? What do you think is wrong with me? So I would like to share with you 1 or 2 things that I understand that is going to help you tonight.
Well, just permit me to do this because I want to like first of all just like introduce all of the speakers before we like go ahead to like speak more right on what we have as the topic for today. So just permit me please to interrupt in the flow. But please let's just put a pin to what he's saying, right? Because he stopped us speaking on strategy. So we're putting a pin to that and then we'll be returning back to that, right? So but then let me just go ahead to like make welcome the other guys that the other speakers that we have on the space, right? Mr. Luther has been welcomed. So we thank you very much for honoring our invitation and for being here. So I'll just move to introducing the other speakers we have on our space. The next on my list, right, is a very awesome forex trader, right, that has a very strong base, right, and a very strong Telegram community, very strong YouTube base, right. He's actually an OG in this forex game. He's an OG in the forex space. He's very known for simplifying market concepts, right? Um, talk about SMC, talk about Y curve, talk about the Elliott wave, talk about anything like a major technical method, major technical analysis. Trust me, this guy can digest it. And I would say I've actually utilized his YouTube videos back then when I was actually very much learning SMC, and then it was when SMC was very foreign to me, right? I actually did a lot of digging, and then YouTube brought for me this guy's course, and I was just thinking, I was like, who is this guy that's so good in terms of like the explanation? He really simplified all of those bulky knowledges that I was like seeing. So this guy is very good, and then we have him. It's an honor to have him on this space. I think the first time I heard him speak was on a space with King FTP as an invited guest speaker, right? And then I was like, wow. So this I finally got to meet the guy, like in terms of that space, right, and listening to him speak. So and then it's an honor to actually have him on this space today. And the person I'm inviting, or I'm introducing, is no other person than Mr. John JFX. All right. Mr. John, Mr. JFX, please can you unmute your mic and just say hello to the audience?
Yes, yes. Please, hello everyone. Greetings. Please pardon me if I'm not familiar with the modifications, but I am a little bit new to this. I have not really tried out X, which is Twitter. I'm not familiar with this space, but it's an honor to be here. It's very interesting. I never knew Nigerians had a gathering like this where they talk about forex trading. Honestly, I've been around, but I don't really know this because I've been on Instagram. But it's an honor to be here, and I want to thank the brother for hosting such an event and having Nigerians together, Africans basically together like this. I'm a big fan of the forex trading, but not really a fan of how we do it over here in terms of social media, but I've been exposed to traders from other countries and lots of analysts that have used the forex market from the aspect of the bank, stuff like that. So I'm very familiar with concepts and education in terms of trading. But when it comes to marketing and content creating, stuff like that, I'm not really that kind of guy, you know. So I never knew Nigerians had an educational content space like this. So I'm very, very glad to be here. And I thank you all for having me here today. Thank you.
All right, all right. He actually got me there when he said he never knew there was gadgets like this. Like actually, when you're not very very conversant with coming on X, that's one of the things you get to observe. And like myself too, I didn't know it was actually a thing up until September. Like formerly, it was only those spaces that like I see maybe online. I follow all those white guys right that do like content stuff and then podcasts and the rest. So I don't know. It was I don't know who I saw like on X, no on Telegram, like talking about his space, and then I said okay, it was going to be on X, and then I tried to go and get back my login details for my X because I was not really active here. I just had the account for a long time, so I then joined that space. I was like, wow, this is massive, this is nice. So and then before you knew it, I was like always back to back coming, and then I tried to like also start up my own like gathering where I can like interact with all of these great and amazing guest speakers and bring the communities together, bring the guest speakers, those are the great Forex traders, right, to their communities. So it has actually been a very, very interesting one, and then something that you should actually look up to. I'm sure maybe you had the mentality that um Twitter or X is actually very, very toxic, right? And maybe you just like to stay off like me, but then it's actually a place that depending on what you want to focus on, you actually can focus and just grow in that light, right? So you're welcome once again, Mr. John, Mr. JFX. Without wasting too much time, I'm going to invite or introduce my next guest speaker. He's actually a very highly honored individual. He's a man I call Prof. Like, have you actually been to this guy's space before? Have you heard when he speaks? Like when he digests or breaks down concepts, like or any topic, right? There's a way he does it. Like you understand why they call him Toff. Understand why he has like those glasses on, right? This is a man who is like highly esteemed in this forex space. Is quite popular. Like he's a space host like myself and a great one at that. He loves the psychology aspect of things. He always says this, and I love that about him. He's a mechanical trader, and no bots, no automation, a mechanical trader. He's actually also a partner with Aqua Funded, and then he's also very very popular on this space. If you are on Twitter and you don't see him, like you've not heard from him, then I don't know what you're doing on the X spaces, right? So, without wasting too much time, please help me welcome our next guest speaker, Mr. Toff. My boss, Mr. Toff. Yeah, you can unmute your mic and just greet us, please, sir.
Yeah, Chinex, good evening. Happy birthday in Arias. Yeah. Thank you very much for bringing me on the space. It's an honor to speak at every space, no matter how little the audience is. I greet, I see Luther. Luther, welcome to the space. Brainiac, John, Ijiga, my fellow speakers. I see the beautiful listeners too. Hopefully, we learn a lot from the space, phases of a trader's growth. And I guess that we should all be expectant, even as speakers and as listeners on this space. So hopefully, we have a lot of takeaways at the end of the space. Thank you.
Going forward to like talking like concerning the traders growth phase, right? So I think I would just want us this to be more like a very very broad discussion, right? By the speakers, they can just go ahead to teach us and educate us on what they know concerning the phases that is peculiar to almost every trader, be it a newbie, be it an upcoming trader, an intermediate trader, advanced trader. There are different phases that we face, right? So I would like to hear from each of the speakers as regards like the topic, the phases of a trader's growth. So who would like to go first?
Yeah, Chinex. Let me go because I have to also leave very soon.
Oh, okay, okay, that's great. You can go, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much for bringing me on the space one more time. I greet Luther and Brainiac and John, my fellow speakers. So, very interesting topic, and phases of a trader's growth. Phases of a trader's growth. So, I'll be talking about three major phases that traders go through. And you might be a listener here, and either one of them would resonate with you or would pertain to your current situation or predicament as a trader. The first phase I wrote here is the ignorant phase. Now, one thing with the ignorant phase is that it's a phase that is mixed with not just ignorance but delusion. This is a phase whereby you see it's most beginners that find themselves in this phase, newbies, right? Now, why do I call it the ignorant phase? Because you wonder that, but you learned from baby peeps, you learned from baby peeps, your mentor. Some of them even learn from your mentor. Just go to YouTube and just pick up when I was coming up in Forex back then, I just downloaded an app from Play Store, and the app was Forex, and I just read about Forex then. What is a peep, what is a candle, what is the sessions and all of that. And in my mind, I felt I already knew what trading was because I had read the whole app and had finished the course. Some of you have finished baby peeps from cover to cover. you've finished the whole syllabus. If there was a syllabic equivalent to trading to baby peeps, some of you have finished it. You've done all of the pennants, ascendant triangles, the engulfings, Japanese candlesticks, support and resistance. You've finished everything. Yet there is nothing to show forth. So I used to think that I knew trading, I knew Forex. You know why? Because I finished the app. It was an app on trading, right? And I finished everything cover to cover. They call it pali to pali. Because I just believe it was like normal school. Because I happened to be someone that in school also I was quite good. I mean, in the university, get. So I believe that trading is the same style. I just need to, we call it jack. Then for school, they go talk, say this guy, they jack. Jack means say this guy, they read. And this month, they always read. Sure you get. They called me a few then. A few means that this guy likes book and he knows book. Do you get? So I thought trading, when I finished the application and I finished PDFs, automatically I understand the game. So I was viewing trading through the lens of the academia. And the academia is a name that talks about the academic system, how the academic system operates. Now, the academic system operates in a way that they expect that when you read, you do what? You pass. That's why they call it read to pass. All right? So you read, you pass. And let's even juxtapose it with the Nigerian academia. Here in Nigeria, they don't even care if you are experienced or not. Just read the book, cover to cover. Pour back what your lecturer gave you. You have your A, you move. Whether you've forgotten what they taught you, you didn't forget, it's on their business, you have your A, you move. You could even finish with a very good grade. So the academia system is in a way that you're nurtured or nursed to read and pass. There is no practicality, there is no pragmatism. You read to pass. So some of you are coming into trading with that same mindset. Read to pass. And what is pass? Making money. So you think you read to make money. So some of you study PDFs. Ask them any question, they will get it. You know why? They are using the academic system to handle the trading industry. So I was like that. So I believe that since I read materials, I knew baby, this guy they overdo this thing. The next one is the transitional phase. Now, this transitional phase is quite dicey. You have watched YouTube videos, you have the TA arsenal in your hands. It means that if someone tells you to point out a resistance point, you point it out. Support for all of those things are simple. Fair value gap, liquidity, all of those things are beans and bread. So you can easily point them out, right? And you also have knowledge. It means that you have knowledge of the way the market moves. Oh, the market moves in probabilities. Oh, yes, you understand. Oh, every trade has an independent outcome. Oh, you understand. The 5 laws of trading, the 4 fears, you know all of these things that, like, you've started to have a grasp and a feel of how the industry is. You started to know that, okay, it seems like risk to reward is a very important factor. It seems like I need to have a good risk management system. It seems like I need to understand. At that point, you start to understand your emotions. That's when they can ask you that, bro, describe your psychological status in this trading field. And you say that, I think I'm someone that when my trade is almost hitting TP, I used to be scared. You started to know yourself. It's a stage of self-awareness. You started to know whether you can shift stop loss before break even, or whether you can be moving your stop loss back and forth. Like, you've started to understand your weaknesses and your strength. For me, then, during this transitional phase, I started to understand that, okay, bro, you are a revenge trader. When the money means a lot to me, I would always want to revenge trade. We enter at a very stupid price. I did not want to give up. I was always fighting the market. I don't shift TP. I didn't shift stop loss. That was not my problem. So I was self-aware of that. All right. However, I used to re-enter trades, over trading and revenge trading collaboratively. You've left the ignorant phase. If you've been regular on Nigerian spaces, Forex spaces, if you've been regular on podcasts, I would say that you've left the ignorant phase, because there is no way you'll be coming on these spaces and you will not understand how the market works. Speakers have said and said, they've said mentorship worth knowledge. They've casted things that they would have said in their private groups. They've said it. Spaces have been holding for 2 years now. All right. So you most likely are beginning to transition. So you started to have, okay, so this thing is a game of probabilities. Okay, so it's risk to reward. You started to have a grasp of how the market works and all of that. But as I said, you don't have the implementation willpower. You cannot just implement these things. You know if you do them, you can't implement them. So it's a struggle at that point in time. You see the future. The future is close to you, but you cannot touch it. So they can see that, okay, these are the things I need to do. I am coming on spaces every time. And these people are saying the same thing. Oh, they are saying journal. They are saying meditate. They are saying backtest. And I'm hearing these things, but I'm doing them. But somehow, this myriad of problems still surround me. Oh, you're not even doing them well enough. You journal today, tomorrow you lose the passion for journaling. You lose the thirst for journaling. You backtest today. Your mentor tells you backtest 3 years. After 3 months, you are tired. You say, mentor, I don't try. Finally, the third phase, it's a professional phase. Professional stroke mastery phase. So you can write that. Professional stroke mastery phase. Now, this phase is where you can boldly call yourself a professional trader. And I'll say certain key things about this phase. You can call yourself a professional trader at this phase. Like, you see, let's not deceive ourselves. If you know, say you be a professional trader, you go know. Like, you will know. No one needs to whine you about it. Like, it's something that you can easily tell that, okay, I've reached the point that I can say that I am professional at this thing. Not when anybody won't tell me. At that point, it's a personal conviction. Now, these are the keys, or these are some perks about this stage. Now, you will think that in the professional stroke mastery phase, mistakes are now they are indomitable. It means that mistakes are impossible. You are now infallible. It means that you cannot make errors. That's what you would think. However, you realize that that's why it's good to have a community. Like-minded friends that trade also. You realize that, wait, it is not only me that makes mistake once in a while. Every professional trader once in a while might enter 10 lots instead of 1 lot. I think, was it Mr. Chags that posted something recently whereby he said he entered 7 lots instead of 0.7. And luckily for him, the trade went well. Oh, at this phase, you just one morning like that, you're meant to wake up early for London session. Instead of waking up 7 a.m., you wake up 7:35. And by the time you wake up, like 5 entries have already gone. Now, however, this is the clause, guys. the mistakes of a professional trader happens once in a blue moon, and they know it. They know that nah. This thing don't be every time in the shop. You will not to defeat these problems and mistakes is high. So once they realize that, I woke up 7:35 instead of 7 o'clock for London session, and I missed 3 trades. The next day, their eyes are all open. They are ready to go all out. So this stage, I called it the professional stroke mastery phase. It's a stage whereby you've mastered not just yourself, but you've mastered your system. I repeat, you've mastered not just yourself. There are two objects here, two variables, yourself and your system. And for those that are new on Twitter, your system is another word for your strategy, your personalized strategy, not a general concept, your approach to the market, all right? And we call it edge also. So those are synonyms we use for the word. So at this stage, the mastery phase, you've mastered not just yourself, but the system. So you've mastered two things. You've mastered yourself, and you've mastered your strategy. Bam. You might act on it. And you know how I know? Not just from experience. Dr. Brett Steenberger said in his book, Daily Trading Coach, he said that he called it relapse. So he said relapse is the point whereby you've been on a streak, a consistency streak, a personal consistency streak. You've been doing the right thing for a long time, and suddenly, bam, you do the wrong thing. But he said that all you need to do at that point is that you need to admit that, guy, you relapsed. Pack your shoes, pack your bag, continue again, start again. So the pro trader, once in a very, very blue moon, that moon go blue, gone, he might relapse. But of the strategy. The pro trader has mastered the system. And the way he knows the strengths and weaknesses of himself, guess what? He knows the strengths and weaknesses of his strategy. So I'll be rounding up now. And for those just coming, you can listen again. 3 phases of a trader. 1, I called it the ignorant phase. 2, I called it the transitional phase. And 3, I said it's a mastery stroke professional phase. A phase whereby you've now mastered yourself and you've mastered the strategy. Thank you very much, Chinex.
Toff,
Wow, wow.
Mr. Toff,
Uh,
thank you so very much. Chinex, make I do the
oh,
Thanksgiving
you
give
think
you
carry on
because
because it's
bro was
partner, guy.
just talking about temperament, low key. He was talking about temperament, low key. Toff, you've done a very great job. Thank you so very much. I really appreciate you.
Yeah, Mr. Toff, that's a wonderful one. What a great way to open the space, right? What a great way to open the floor for speaking. I don't know. Did will be going further. I'm already pumped to like hear from the other speakers, right? So, moving further, I don't know, Mr. Luther or Mr. JFX, who's ready to go next, please? Who's ready to bless us with their wealth of knowledge?
Um, Hello everyone, it's JayFx. I think let me just go. Let me go next.
All right,
So,
receive, sir.
okay. So, once again, thank you, brother, for such a wonderful event. It is very, very, very amazing. You know, from what the brother Toff said and how he sent us forth to a very good start. That's very, very interesting. So he took us into most of the psychological aspect of the phases in trading, which is one of the basic aspects you have to understand when you're coming into trading, especially what he talked about the baby pips and the beginners aspect, because it's a stage where you can get delusional. From what he said earlier, it's a space you can get delusional, and delusion is something that can get you into a reality you're not even aware of, you know. And when you start becoming delusional, especially in a space like trading, the only thing that can happen to you is lose money. You're going to keep losing money, and this losing money is not something that will happen in a forward because I'm pretty sure anybody that starts to lose money from their pocket would notice in an early stage, but it's going to be in the form of a circle. You might not even be aware of it, but you're actually losing money. Forex can make you lose money in multiple ways, especially when you're someone who is creative and you eventually become a content creator in Forex. You start making money from the market, but you start losing money in the sense that you're now delusional to think you are supposed to feed the internet. Do you understand? You're supposed to create this identity, sort of, basically maybe because of the influence you got into from the beginning aspect. After you made your studies from baby peeps, then you went online and searched for Forex. Unfortunately, the first group of individuals you will find are not people that would actually elevate you. Is people that would actually continue the delusion from something like baby peeps and make you start anticipating such level of expectations that you start thinking, um, I think after in 3 months now, I should be able to get a car. If I just make this trade from $10, I'll flip it, then I flip from here, I flip. You're not making mass, and you're not even really good at mass. But now you like maths just because you did one or four calculations through baby pips. Maybe they taught you how to calculate pips. You understand? And this is a very big problem because at the end of the day now, you're now starting your first 3 month cycle of losses because you will definitely end up losing that plan, that money, and then you move into a space where you don't really think you can continue, but you want to revenge. Let me get my money back first, then I would stop this forex thing because. And that's how the cycle continues. And boom, it's 3 years ago you started this stuff and you keep funding. But you keep following everybody online, you keep participating in events, but you're not really making any money. You're delusional. That's an illusion. Okay. So you have to break that cycle. You have to break that concept because at the end of the day keeps going by. This is night right now, West African time in Nigeria. And in the next 12 hours, we should be in day. We won't be able to get this night back. That's one thing that is for sure. I'm 100% sure. No matter the skin color you are, where you're chatting from, where you're listening from, your time is ticking. You can't be delusional. You just do not have that time. And luckily, I found out that trading is an entity that enters in the 21st century. So most of us are still in a very young age. So it makes us waste our time, especially when you're confused. It makes us waste our time. You start thinking proof are more important than knowledge. Prove to the next person that is a forex trader that you're good because you lost yesterday, but you don't really want to talk about it. But probably if you post maybe 4 charts online, 7 charts online, you get a little bit of comments, and then you feel this is now the professional stage of being delusion. This is if you succeed in the psychological aspect, like our brother Toff mentioned, and you got yourself to the mastery stage, because you can be a professional trader and still lose money. You're a professional trader doesn't mean you're consistent in your money making. You can be a professional and make 1 million today, then you lose everything next month. Unfortunately, you don't have a cashier, so you're not keeping track, but you're actually losing money. That's a circle of an even bigger problem because you're now in a professional stage. You passed the space of that aspect of ignorant, which was the phase two he mentioned. You were able to elevate your ego to becoming a master in being ignorant. Now, this stage is hell because you'll be losing money and making money at the same time. You're not really going anywhere. Your time is running, but you're not moving. So this time around now, and you're very, 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 very egotistic. So nothing anybody can say right now that will make you think twice. But I probably, by the grace of God, this space you're in right now, and the fact you're listening to this, you should be able to start making few calculations and seeing why some things might not be working for you. Because ego and pride are actually two different things. But when you make them one, you're in a bigger problem. When you bring those two together, when pride and ego comes closer in a person's life, you are in a very big problem. This one is no longer within trading, but this is a disease you can actually gain from trading without even your own consciousness. it's a subconscious disease you can actually acquire from trading. Same way we have the HIV in our physical body, you have a subconscious disease in trading space too that could feed off your other realities, that could make you depressed, that could get you into a stage where you find yourself in a circle that you can't actually get out of and you can't actually talk about it. But by the grace of God, you should elevate yourself slowly. So, talking about the phases of a trader, moving forward, I want to take you guys to the aspect of technicality. So, your technical aspects, because we just talked about the psychological aspect. You can see how deep that goes. But in the same time, you need some technical abilities, okay, that would elevate you to the level of understanding. Because logic is technical. For 2 to be 2 plus 2 to give you 4, it's technical, basically. So logic is technical. And when we talk about technicality, it goes deeper into understanding why we have concepts and patterns in trading. So there's a reason why we have patterns. These patterns were created long before any of us were born. Forex trading were existing long before. Technology came in recently, but there have been traders who have been trading long before us. So you should understand that the technical aspect is deeper than just social media. It's deeper than just journaling your trade. Because these concepts have principles guiding them. You have objectives you have to keep to be able to operate in these levels of understanding. A stop hunt and a break of structure is different from identifying a support and a resistance level. Highlighting a level you think is a demand or supply zone is completely different from actually identifying a supply zone. Because while I say another block, many people will get the picture of a bullish and a bearish candle, and a zone in their head before they will get the picture of what's the meaning of an order block or what does the word order block mean. Now I know we might have, read materials and stuff like that, front and back, but you should understand that these are abbreviations. Abbreviations have meaning. Meaning have concepts behind them. That's how deep it goes as well. There's a reason why we answer names. There's a reason why we pick names in trading. You will find out that the identity you build of yourself while learning trading is going to be different from what people think about in your everyday life. Consistency doesn't come with what you know. Consistency comes with what you put in every day. That's why it's called consistency, basically. It doesn't come with what you already know now. How is that moving? Consistency comes in with what you put in every day. I make mentorship videos on YouTube. I break down concepts and I place them on YouTube. I found myself drowned in understanding more concepts. So I ended up simplifying them, then I make them. I make this reference every time. Because you watch my video doesn't mean you know how to identify these things on charts. It only means you know the meaning of these things. How well you get better at identifying those things on charts comes in with how much practice you try to do what I do. You can't get better by listening to me or watching me on video. You can only get understanding from doing that. You can't get better in your trading from just listening to what we have to say to you today here. You can only get better in trying to implement them while you hear them. You visualize what I'm trying to say with what you're already experiencing. Then you try to make corrections fast so that you can catch up with the conversation. Those things are what the electrons and the energies in your body would peak and adjust. And then how you start to refine them daily will determine how well you see the improvements, not just joining spaces on Twitter and every single speaker, you know their names. When will people know about you? I'm telling you, trading is art. You become an artist when you get good at trading. You get good at identifying points, entering, exiting your trade, telling a storyline. You get good at identifying your charts. You get good at presenting a storyline. You want attraction. There's a reason why we now have names. We now have need to follow ICT. We want to know what he's bringing up next. There's a storyline. This is why it's an industry. It's entertaining. So if you're going to succeed in this aspect, you should understand that you are as important as an artist who sings song as to the forex industry. Because at the end of the day, you want people to listen to your song. You want to be heard. That's how this whole thing works. If you know you don't have the capacity to deal with public awareness, like the brother Dr. Bills, I don't think he can actually hide himself anymore. It's not a choice. He has gotten to that level of understanding that people would have to know about you. You can't hide your glory. Do you understand? It's a level of mastery you get to. If you know you cannot handle that pressure, then you have to start building up something for yourself along the way. Smart money concept is a concept, a group of concepts, smart money concepts. So these are concepts that deals with banks, how banks manipulate movements. If you want to study about that, go into that. Learn more, not just for trading aspects, but to know more about the banks. Don't just learn it to just know SMC and how to identify it on charts. Read about the banks, know their effects on your own life outside trading, what you would normally not get information of. Let trading take you there. Elliott wave deals with wave frequencies, which comes in with understanding Fibonacci levels. Normally, you don't understand this kind of conversations. If you see scientists talking about Fibonacci and the importance of it to the universe, you don't like those kind of conversations. But Forex is a shortcut that can take you there. It's a shortcut. Why don't you just take it and see what you can build out of it outside what you know? Do you understand? Wyckoff was built based on understanding of movements from big stock industries in the 90s. These concepts, the selling climax, automated rally, accumulation, manipulation, distributions, these concepts were not created out of just mere observations. These are things that involved everyday manipulations and psychological frequencies that were crafted out into patterns to understand what the candlesticks are presenting. I studied statistics in the university and I learned something that during my time of study, we were taught more about the line chart when it comes to analyzing the market and trying to get a data presentation. And then we were also taught more about the aspect of distribution when it comes to accumulation and distribution. We were not really taught about manipulation. I learned that from trading, you see. So manipulating is not something you can learn from the university. I left, and I knew that this is not what is going on. And that was all thanks to trading. Do you understand? So when it comes to statistics, what you gain from trading alone, we were taught about bar charts, histogram, pie charts, not candlestick. I never knew there was a data presentation that could be done in candlesticks while I was studying in school. My mates don't know candlesticks. And do you know that candlesticks is what we are using right now in the 21st century? Like right now, if you are a trader, Forex, stock, crypto, you don't use pie charts. You use candlesticks. We don't even use line chart anymore. We use candlesticks. And the universities are not teaching these things. Do you know that? Do you know what this tells you? If you decide to take a journey into Forex trading to explore knowledge as well, you would end up becoming a better statistician than someone who went to the university to study syllables that were created for the 90s. This is no joke. I'm doing it right now, and I'm telling you, it's crazy. You have that opportunity. You don't have to pay for anybody. You have every material on the internet. You just have to search and be willing to put 1% every day, not into telling people about you, improving what is in your head. Improving what is in your head. Focus on what is in your head, not what is other people's business. Don't be the number one fan of who bought car yesterday. Be the number one fan of the knowledge that got released yesterday. I'm telling you, it's more beneficial that way. These cars are going to get outdated in the next 3 to 4 months. I don't know if any years. I don't know if any of you notice. New cars come out every year. So these people they are delusional. Trading is, you don't know, you don't think of smart money concept because he was the guy with the smartest car or ICT because of the biggest house. ICT has been relevant before Bitcoin. Bitcoin came out in 2009. So ICT, how many cars does he have? That's a deep question. I don't think anybody knows anybody. I don't think anybody even knows how many houses he has. I don't think everybody has even seen much of his picture. Do you know people use ICT's name? People use his name to identify themselves in trading, and they are very, very viral as well. Do you think he did that because he focused on improving his charts from baby pips and focused on getting it out to the public, made some money, and then advertised himself and became viral? He studied. See, let reality deal with reality. Don't try to fix what people think about you. Focus more on fixing what you think about yourself. Trading can give you that level of understanding from technical aspect of trading. If you go into looking, investigate what I'm trying to tell you. When you hear a breaker block, what does it signify? What does it symbolize? What does it mean? When you hear an order block, the name originated from placing orders in the stock room before we had social media, before we had the drawing of an order block. It's a concept. Frequencies like Fibonacci, Elliott wave, impulsive wave, corrective waves. Your life alone elevates by impulsive waves and corrects by corrective waves. You know all these things through trading. You don't even know what I'm talking about. Or if you do, you know what these things through trading. If you know Elliott wave method, there are methods like that. These are the advanced levels of trading. This is when you know you are currently in the master level of trading. Like what our brother Toff said about this third stage. When you're now good in trading, you know that you're not interested in ICT because of his car. You're interested in ICT because of the knowledge he shares. You're not interested in traders on the internet because of how much they brag about what they know. You're interested in them because of what they are teaching you. That's when you know you are now a professional in this. When you see a brother, you tell him, bro, did you notice that the same frequencies that I read with Fibonacci levels, that you have your Fibonacci tools, is the same thing so person like Telsa used to discover electricity back then. Did you notice that? But that's not what you're discussing with your friend. The both of you, the delusional people, are busy asking themselves if they found out that this other celebrity bought a new car through Forex trading. Or more, my tongue will come sharp, sharp. Those things irritates me. They irritate me so much because a car is not even an asset. It's a liability you buy for every day. Somebody acquired the liability, a very high cost liability, is going to pay tax for. You are celebrating with him. This person you're talking about, Seth, you don't even sure if you understand the fabrics of reality when it comes to, but you think it's interesting, and you don't even want to believe you're delusional. You don't even want to make your own research to try and improve yourself. You just think you're doing the right thing, and then one day you will end up at the top too. Faith, true beliefs, logic works with reason. Okay, so if you're going to be successful in life, I'm not talking about trading. If you're going to be successful in life, it has to be logical, not by faith. If you live by faith, you get to 40. A fool at 40 is a fool forever. I'm not the one that said it too. But if you live by faith, you get to 40. And then that's when you want to wise up. It's on you. It's on you. There's a reason why everybody tries to run away from this. I'm not talking about the people who study baby pips. There's a reason why people are egotistic about this. They are close to 40 already and they think there's no option, there's no opportunity for them to go back. But at 1 year alone, 1 year alone of self-study and 1 year alone of educational content, you're going to transform yourself into what you don't believe was possible. Even at 39, you still have an opportunity. Don't let ego take your pride to delusion. That is the worst level of destruction. Be open to learn new things, and then you will pass through these phases to find yourself in a level of enlightenment that trading becomes a piece of art for you, not just to make money, but to just live life and understand every day as a frequency of a candlestick. I can tell you what I'm expecting tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow night. I could tell you what to expect from the news, even from a wrestling match, from football. I can predict it so perfect. I don't even tell people anything anymore. It looks like you're a tech priest. You know things too much and becomes a problem. Trading can get you to that level, even in 1 year. Don't do it to prove to anybody you can. Do it so you know you are a human being. And you saw the best out of you. Are you working out to have muscles or to get the best shape that you can? Things like this. It's all in the aspect of mastery. This is no longer for beginners anymore. This is for you who think you are now good at trading. Can you present yourself physically and then mentally say, even without anybody, I am good enough for myself? Phys- Reality on earth goes down to mentally and physically. How you study those two aspects elevates your spiritual aspects. You don't need to do any spiritual work. Those of you that think trading is spiritual when your trade is going against you, is your mentality one, and then what you did physically, that bad trade you entered physically, that is causing that spiritual manifestation right now. That's how it works. The three of them works together, but two emulates one. Then that one brings back your, hey, this trade, this trade, this trade. I talk calm. I talk calm. All those kind of stuff. That's how we Nigerians we express ourselves. And then you find yourself in a nutshell of religious beliefs and start thinking the devil is after you. But that's not the case. The case is that mentally you're not prepared and physically you're being manipulated. Not by anybody, but by your own delusion. So I want you all to meditate on that and try and see how you can also improve yourself, not just in the aspect of psychological trading, but also in the aspect of technical trading. The way you do your psychological understanding. Also try and see how you can use psychological understanding to study. I want to know order block, and not just to draw order block, but how to perfect identifying an order block. Not just to make money anymore, but to learn it so I can know that I know it. I want to do it. And let me give you guys a secret. This is the only industry you can get to any level of power without having to make any sacrifice that is weird, like the music industry. You can become anybody you want in trading without anybody's help. You just have to believe in yourself and do your homework, do your shadow work. Not You can be anybody, any celebrity you know right now that is in his 40s, above his 40s, that made sacrifices for the music industry to be who he is. You can be that in the next 10 years here, just by working on yourself and improving, not by letting people know how good you are. Work on yourself and see the magic blow. Just improve. You will attract things. Don't try to look attractive. Be attractive and see what trading does for you. It doesn't just give you money. There's a reason why people think this is a get rich scheme. You can get rich. It is possible, but you're doing it the wrong way. Upside down, inside out, and backwards. You're focusing on trying to make money instead of trying to do the magic. Thank you. Thank you very much. I don't know if my network was good. Thank you.
We could hear you clearly. Wow, wow, wow. That was a very, very interesting one. It's wonderful hearing from you again, Mr. JFX. Listening to you on Telegram and then on YouTube, and now for the first time, I'm listening to you on X Space. Wow, that's a lot. And guys, I'm sure you've heard a lot. We've been able to listen to him from the technical point of views. You see why it's good to be on spaces like this, where you can see different points of view. Right? We've gotten to understand the phases of the trader's growth from the aspect, which was taken to us by like Mr. Toff, and now we've understood more of the technical aspects, right, from Mr. JFX, and we still have one more of our formal speaker, Mr. Luther. But before I invite him to speak, we still have also so many amazing um guest speakers on this space, right? I can see Mr. Mitchex, my boss. You are welcome to our space. Please just unmute your mic and just like say hello to the guys. I want to hear your voice.
Good evening.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Good evening.
You,
Thank you for inviting me. I really appreciate.
of course.
I see my I I see my brother Toff, Luther, Ola, Jet X Street, Brainiac, and John Ijiga. Thank you so much, guys. I learned from I learned from it. I think I was not there when Toff spoke, and also my high esteemed listeners. I really appreciate you guys for turning up to this space. Thank you so much, guys.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's nice hearing from you again. I think I've been on the space with you before. There was a space you were on, and then that was my first time listening to you. So it's wonderful having you on the space too, sir. Mr. Ola Daniels, I can see you, sir. Please just unmute your mic and say hello to the house before we go on, sir.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. I can see a lot of people in the house. Good evening to the listeners and to the speakers. I can see the psychologist himself, Toff. I can see Luther, LMS. I can see Michex, bro. Been a while. I can see JayFx Street. I can see Brainiac. The man that just finished speaking, Mr. John Ijiga. That was awesome. That was nice. Really, that was a nice take. I really learned a few things from it. Thank you so much, and it's nice meeting you here today. All right, thank you, Chinex.
Um, I said thank you very much, right, Mr. Daniels, for that. It's wonderful hearing you. I'm so happy you're on this space too. I'm happy for all of the speakers I have, and then all of the amazing listeners. You guys are fire. Thank you for joining. We are going strong on the space. So without wasting too much time, please I'll be calling on our next speaker, our next formal speaker to speak. Then we'll also give room for every speaker we have here to drop their 2 cents, because I'm sure they have a lot to like say concerning their growth or the growth or phases that traders face, right? And then how we can acknowledge such phases and then know where we are at so that we can be able to move to a different level, right? So please, for all of the listeners, all of our amazing listeners online, please do also follow these esteemed guest speakers, right? Because these guys are doing a lot to be here. Trust me, this is Friday night, not TGIF night. So person guys go touch grass, as in touch ground, enjoy self. But they decide to be here to like give value, right? That's to show how much they love the Forex community. So please, the least you could do is to follow them. They also have a lot to do even off spaces, right? So please do follow them so that you can keep in touch, so that you can keep growing even after now, right? So do follow every speaker you see on here and follow me, the humble host too. I beg. Me I know beg una too much. May I see say at least we have like 58 people on this space. Let me see 58 people following me, right? That's the least I can get, right, for hosting and organizing such spaces that connect us to like these most esteemed guest speakers in the forex industry. So please let me just call upon Mr. Luther to like bless us too. Please, can we just listen to him like in terms of the phases of a trader's growth, sir? What can you share for us that we can take home today?
Chines, yeah, thank you. And I believe in Mr. Toff and and Chines, I believe Mr. Toff and Mr. John Ijiga said everything already. So let me just chip in the few I have then before I go down from the space. Actually, and I was talking about and you as a trader, that's learning to that's accept your mistake and move on. Right? Like you as a trader now, right? You believe that and all trade is going to go in your direction, all trade is going to hit TP, you don't want SL, and you want to make millions of dollars. You want to buy Lamborghini just two months of you learning forex, don't not knowing that that's not how the system work. It's about you donating. Then when your time goes to just show you man, see that bro, see this your donation is okay, right? You have been providing liquidity, right? Okay, now it's time for me to whip your tears. Then that's the time for you for profitability. So there are many phases for you as a trader. Tell me why will you as a trader trade a demo account for 6 months? Why will you as a trader trade a demo account for 1 year? You can actually backtest with a demo account to find your mistake. You can actually backtest from a demo account so as to that's to know that that's your psychology level, to know if actually okay, once you enter a trade, what's wrong with you, how you can control your emotion. No any trader, I keep saying this, right? No any trader is disciplined. No any trader is disciplined in the aspect that if you actually stick to your plan, if you actually stick to your plan, right? You place a trade now, you're expecting one to as 1 to 5 risk to reward ratio. Then why are you taking your TP at 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio? If actually you're expecting 1 to 5 risk to reward ratio as a trader now, right? Then why are you taking your TP as 1 to 2, 1 to 3? Stick to your plan then. Okay, you target C 1 to 3. Why are you taking your TP at 1 to 1? So no entry is this discipline. So avoid, ignore all what they are saying that I'm disciplined. I stick to my rule. Me myself, I actually like today, right? Today I violate my rule. I break my trading plan. That was the reason I passed through two profile accounts in the day. I passed two profile accounts. I was like, bro, I can't do it 1% anymore. Why would I be using 1% on a trade? Well, I've been trading 1% on this account, on 50K account for 1 month, 1%, 1%. Let me just use 2.5%. Let me just use 2%. That I broke my rule. I actually know that okay, breaking my rule today, right? I'm actually face the consequences. It's either the market slap me in a way that I will cry, or it's either I slap the market and move and others and take profit. So I break my plan, right? And I took the risk, right? Then I passed these two accounts with him with just one trade. So no any trader is discipline. So also backtesting. See, Mr. Toff said everything about backtesting, right? You can actually backtest. You can actually backtest for 5 months, 6 months, 3 months, right? Minimum of 1 month. If see backtest is actually good for you as a trader because it might actually help you to learn from your mistakes. Like I've been doing this mistake for a duration of time. I've been doing this mistake for a while now. Okay, what is wrong with me? So it's either I learn from my mistake now. People that know more than me, I ask them, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? You seek connection, you seek ideas. I meet Mitch here. I talk to Mitch. I talk to Ola. I can see the person I haven't reached out to is this Lofty and then many of you here. But I've reached out to many guys telling them this is my problem. This is my problem. What do you think? What do you think can be your solution, right? Today it happened to me today on USD card. I took a trade. I did. I saw why when that was 1 to 2. I was like, I'm not taking. I will not take this trade. I will not take profit. The trade reversed back and hit my break even. I was like, okay, I accept it. That's how is it. Because me now, right? If I hold a trade, even that trade is coming back to my entry, I will never close that trade. I will never. I see that the trade hits my L and I hit my break even. Because I actually know that this is what I want. This is my plan. This is what I stick with. So either way it's happened. Yeah, I'm cool. So I believe we have much speakers in the house, so I won't talk much because Mr. Toff have said everything, Bjorn and Ijiga have said everything, and I believe other speakers have a lot to share. So thank you. I'll drop the mic now.
Wow. Brief and precise, like straight to the point. Thank you very much, Mr. Luther. It's nice hearing from you. He has spoken a lot about back testing, about meeting those that know or have experienced what you are going through, right? So that you can be able to understand how to navigate through it, and then we are able to understand that, right? So this is something that you're on the spaces with some of these most amazing people that you can actually meet. You can actually narrate some of the things you are going through. We are talking about phases, right? So there may be a phase you are on that you are stuck on, and these are the people, right, that you can actually meet and then just narrate. Oh, this is where I'm at. This is what I'm battling with. These people have the experiences. Trust me, there's nothing you are going through right now that I'll say you're just the first person to go through. No, all of these people have experienced it in one way or the other, or in one form or the other, something similar that they can share. And then rather than you going through that long process of figuring it out on your own. Why not just listen to other people and understand how they're able to overcome it? And then it makes it easier for you to do so, right? So thank you so much, Mr. Luther. Thank you once again. We have so many amazing speakers that we have to really talk to us, right? So please, I really want them to speak. I really want to hear from them on this topic. We're actually quite much on the space. So I think I'll just for the sake of timing, I'll just do like at least a 10 minutes time frame so that they can have time to like pour out some of the things, the nuggets they want to share on the phases traders have like during their journey, right? So please, I think I'll just do a 10 minutes allocation timing. Mr. Jet X Trade has asked to speak or to go first, so I'll just allow him go first. Then we have Mr. Brainiac. He has been on the space for a while, so please, I would like him to speak. Mr. Mitchex, Mr. Lofty, I think this is the first time I'm on the space with you. You're welcome. You're welcome to our space. Please, I actually want to hear from you too, sir. So, please, Mr. Jet X Trade, right? Please just omit.
Amazing.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Now let me drop I think I can do below 10 minutes here. Um First off, it has to do with every single stages a trader has to pass through. Now, when you're learning, there's this question you always ask your mentor. So how do you see this particular thing? What do you see before taking this trade? How did you get to that level? Your mentor did not get to that level by simply sitting down, asking questions without carrying out practicals. He actually sat down, did the study himself, stayed on the charts himself, made sure he see it, because there's a popular saying in Forex that once you see it, you can never unsee it. Now, there are so many um traders in here that would just look at the chart. They don't even have to put lines, analyze the chart. They will just look at the chart and be like, okay, I'm seeing this, I'm seeing this. Oh, buy. Oh, I'm seeing this, I'm seeing this. Sell. Yeah, now like, oh, it's magic. It's not magic. The portion of the Bible that says train up a child in a way he should grow, and when he's old, he will not depart from it, made a lot of sense, because whenever you stay consistent at anything, it becomes a part and parcel of you. Take for instance anybody who has slept and woke up with an alarm for 5 a.m. in the morning for, let's just say, consistently for like 6 months. Your soul, your subconscious mind is already administered to yourself that by 5 a.m. you're supposed to be awake, alarm or no alarm. Now, same application goes to you in your trading. Now, as a trader, do you understand your temperament, where you fall into? Are you a patient person? Are you an impatient person? Or you're just this person that take random decisions without being practical about it? They say there's no light at the end of the tunnel. In Forex, there's a very huge lamp standing at the end of the tunnel waiting for you. Thank you very much, guys.
All right, all right. That was a wonderful one from Mr. Jetex Trade. Remember what he said? He said, if you allow the market to teach you a lesson and you learn from it, it gives you the blessings with it, right? So please, that is something you should take home. Whatever phase you are going through, learn from it, and move on. Thank you so much, Mr. JetX. You said it just few minutes, and then within that few minutes, you were able to give us a lot. That's fire, bro. Please, guys, do well to do follow the speakers on this space. Follow the speakers. In fact, please start by following me, the host, because if I end this space, I might obviously say I do space which 50 plus people wey dey lis ten to the space, and e no come follow me, they go sack me. Oh, they go sack me from work. You no go see this space next week. So please, guys, do well to follow me. Do well to follow all of the amazing speakers. You'll hear from some of them that you've not heard from shortly, and then they'll be blessing us with different aspects to their own experience in the phases that traders go through, right, to grow. Please, next, I think I should be calling on Brignac. He has been here for quite a while. It would be wrong for me to keep him without speaking to us. So, Mr. Brignac, if you could just unmute your mic and drop what you have for us, please. We would like to hear from you.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Can you hear me, please?
Yes, we are hearing you, sir. Loud
I've
and
been,
clear.
I've been on this page and it has been a very, very amazing space. Before I proceed, I will be standing on all existing protocols. Man, I'm very, very happy to be in this space. I am not surprised with John, the way he speaks. There is no day I join any of his space or any of his teachings that I don't learn anything or two. And Mr. Toff has done a lot of work on this topic, Faces of a Trader's Growth. He has done absolutely a lot. When we are talking about traders growth, you should understand it is it is bigger than we think. But he has tried as much as possible to bring these phases to just three. We have the ignorance phase, we have the transition phase, we have the professional mastery phase. Everyone could actually you might resonate with all of these phases. What he has said, when you think you know these things, but you eventually see you don't know them. Everybody can resonate with this. But I'll go ahead to actually appreciate Chinex for having me on this space. And I won't spend much time. I'll just add to what Mr. Toff has said. He said ignorance phase. There are different situations that bring traders to this space. How do you come about trading? Different. When you ask 10 people how they come to know about trading, they give you different examples. Oh, I came to trading because my friend introduced me. I came to trading because I saw it on YouTube. So many reasons why they got to know about trading. Everybody has different phases. For me, I would go with my experience. I didn't come to trading because I needed money. I used to use my case for, a lot of people have come in contact with. If they ask me, how do you know about trading? I didn't come to trading because, oh, I was looking for a quick money. In fact, I had things going on for me. I had, business running for me at that point in time. But I came into trading because of a certain reason. I had those businesses which are easily affected by so many factors, either government policies, either capital policies, either transportation policies affect my business at that point. So what makes me come into trading was, okay, what kind of business can I do that there is no external forces that affects the behavior of my business or my inflow of capital at that point in time. I start checking online and I come across trading. And that is the beginning of me learning trading. And now this mindset was what I brought into trading, business mindset. I am very, very strict with my money. What I mean by being strict, it means I don't just spend my money anyhow. So I went through learning to start with. I think John should be able to testify that I've been on this on the journey for a long time. My Telegram has been 5 years that I've opened the Telegram channel, and I've been consistent since then. But what I'm saying in essence is that I didn't come to this trading space to make quick money. In fact, it was always YouTube and Instagram. So I became inconvenienced with the way trading was advertised on Instagram, the luxury lifestyles, the exorbitant monies, cars that are being portrayed on the Instagram. And I just log out of Instagram, then focus on YouTube. And again, you can see so many informations on YouTube. I learned and do that, refine my edge. So when we are not talking about the ignorances, I was ignorant then, but I wasn't greedy to go into money. I was not greedy to get money. People are ignorant, and sometimes you might be ignorant and be loud about it. People are ignorant and they are loud. Oh, you don't know this thing, but they don't listen to corrections. They don't want to learn. They just want to make that quick money. So one factor for me was I was learning trading, but I wasn't there to make quick money. And because of that, I wasn't willing to lose the money I have to the market. So because of that reasons, I couldn't lose much of my money to the market because I was steadily refining my knowledge and I was also learning and trading bit by bit. Remember, I have business going on for me. So I have inflow of money even while I was learning. So I wasn't broke coming into the system. So again, that is number one factor to traders. They are ignorant and they want to make quick money. Please let me know if you can hear me, please.
Hey, it's flowing well.
Before any other thing, know the kind of person you are. Know what you want in the market, long term, short term goals. Have that at the back of your mind. Then work towards that. See, as a matter of fact, there is nothing we want to talk about now that has not been referenced in this space. There's nothing we want to talk about right now that has not been referenced in terms of personality, in terms of knowing what you want, in terms of lay down phases that you need to go through. Every one of us will go through that phase, be it a beginner, be it an amateur, be it a professional, where you make rational decisions. What differentiates the individual phases is how you have managed them. The phase of masteries where you make bad decisions. Yes, you are going to make that bad decisions. How do you manage them? So I'll be rounding up here. I believe now by now I've given you my 2 cents I could offer. And thank you very much, Ines, for having me on this space. Thank you very much. Good luck and God bless.